My name is Rhapsody, his name is sneakyteak, and welcome back to The Ladder Streak, the first recorded in 2021. How's it going, bud?
Woo! Happy New Year!
New year, new us!
It's a new me. New Tiki. Everything new.
What's the feature of new Tiki? Teak 20.21.
The Teak Mark II, it's a new, oil and stain. And with some subtle, actually like flame engravings.
Ooh.
So you get that nice kind of smoky texture. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's one of the nicest pieces of furniture that you've seen. The Teakwood Mark II, Sneaky Teakwood Mark II. It's good.
Damn.
Nobody knows what to use it for. It's very abstract furniture.
Oh, no, of course, right?
You just kind of look at it.
It's enthusiast furniture at this rate, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Can I sit on it? No. Should I put my things? No.
No, certainly not. That's even worse.
Yeah. So do you like hang it from the ceiling? You could.
God, no. Oh, sorry.
Oh, my bad. I really do feel like a new person in 2021. You know this. Not to give like my life tale for 2021, but many things actually have occurred for me in the last several weeks since our last recording. Chief among which, I got a new little puppy. I have a 10.5-week-old yellow lab, full English yellow Labrador puppy.
Would you mind horribly
delightful.
if I edited in the pictures of Junior you showed me at this point?
We can get some pictures of Junior in there.
Oh, hell yeah. Here's
my
one.
little boy is
Here's another.
absolutely.
Look at this one. Just giving myself cues when to put him in.
He deserves to have some fame, honestly. He's a good-looking dog. I mean,
Absolutely
he's a cutie.
adorable. Oh my god. My heart broke and then swelled and broke again.
And each time though, it's it grows back stronger, right? Like,
Oh, of course, yeah, like a Grinch kind of situation. If it grew 3 sizes, then it exploded and it grew another 6. Right? I've spoken about this a couple times before, especially with my sister who recently got I say recently, a year ago got a puppy and then a half year ago got another one.
oh wow.
And nothing has stoked a paternal interest or paternal
Instinct.
Thank you. I knew it started with I, and I knew it was around that long. Nothing
We
more.
were only a few letters away, really.
Honestly, every single time I'm in that situation, I reach for a word and then I just settle for the word that's closest in my mind. And just hope that if I talk enough after that, people will autocorrect it in their own mind to the correct word.
Yes.
You gotta. But nothing more has invoked this paternal instinct in me than seeing puppies, especially my friends and family just getting a new puppy. And I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Maybe that's
It's
2021 Raps, maybe.
My partner, actually my wife, which is another life update. I am married now. But I
know the reasoning, but I love the ordering of those two updates.
Puppy first. I was getting lightly chastised because she was like, I love Tiki. I love, how much you care for our little dog, our little Junior. And she's like, but did you notice that you are like proselytizing everyone we meet about how to raise a dog? You've had this puppy for 2 weeks. You should probably avoid lecturing our friends on the proper way to clicker train. So I read you. The paternal instinct is real. But absolutely.
At the same rate, like, I know you, and I know you would have invested a huge amount of thought into the way that you've approached clicker training. So I'm
reading very many books.
Exactly.
I finish stream and I sit down and I read about dogs. Absolutely.
What a life.
It is. It's great. It's great. And I got a bunch of new hardware with more to come. New microphone, new audio chain, I got a drawing tablet. I've got a camera to set up. I ordered a new rig. It's all coming up Tiki, man.
I can't wait to see the next Steam inventory full of boat games that is produced from this tablet.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Have you actually? This is a question I probably should have resolved off stream. Have you gone for the A15 A5100 mirrorless yet?
No, I've been kind of trying to tackle 1 or 2 things a week, and I really wanted to get the microphone set up first because I knew my true obsession is sound, at least for my live stream. And I told people in a live stream recently, I was like, I will not make concessions against your ear bones. And if that means that my live stream camera looks like I am being assaulted by a 10'4" microphone every single episode, then we're just going to settle for that. You know, like whatever it takes to get the best possible sound. And so I really wanted to get the mic set up first so that I could have some time to tune it, because tuning is a lifelong process, right? But then and Drawing Tablet sets itself up. But no, camera is the next thing for me to really tinker with. And I also bought a UPS, which that's just a huge battery, man. Oh my gosh, it's like 60 pounds. it's the smallest, most dense. It's made of like unobtainium, as far as I can tell. It shan't be lifted by mere mortals. So
I've interacted in study with the UPS, an uninterruptible power supply, for anyone who was wondering what we're talking about. And the A15, the A5100 was a camera.
Nice camera.
But in particular, I've literally an academic knowledge of UPS, but never actually interacted with one directly. Do they get hot?
I don't know, because I haven't plugged it in. I mean, I presume that it will heat up because it is a battery, and this is like a rule of thermodynamics, right? That any energy exchange is imperfect and results in heat. So it's going to get some amount of hot, but is it going to like melt my carpet? I would think no. I have to imagine that they can't sell me a nice UPS that melts my carpet.
Unless they sell it as a combination UPS and carpet
Space
disposal
heater.
system.
That's right. Small local furnace. Also powers your computer.
If you've got any clay pots you want to set, just pop them on top. It's because these are all like upgrades. Many of these upgrades I want to make this year. Like I thought a little about changing my microphone, but largely I'm thinking about changing some video settings and stuff like that. But the UPS, as soon as you say it, I'm immediately thinking, oh my god, that would be helpful, because we have had power outages here that have knocked me off stream, as well as have knocked me off of recording something really important a lot of the time as well. But I live in Australia. We have really hot summers. My office is very poorly ventilated, and I have hot lights on me at all times.
Yeah, and so you can't have just another major source of heat. You know, I mean, honestly, well, I'll report back. I can't imagine that it produces much more heat than powering the things to begin with. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be, it needs to be fairly efficient, because otherwise, if it's too inefficient, it's also wearing out very quickly.
Yeah.
And if you have to exchange your battery every 3 months, I mean, that's just not going to scale. So, but we'll report back. We'll report back.
Exactly, especially because these are initially made as industrial solutions that are then available for consumers as well. They have to be made to that grade.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to very quickly click the depart button, because I'm conscious of the fact that we're 8 minutes in.
It was a great, it's the first stream of the new year, Raps. It's the first show. It's a good year, and I feel that, and I want to share that with other people, you know?
It is going to be one hell of a year.
Yeah.
I love this start. 2 drip falls and a pyre chomper. Vents as well. AoE is kind of handled at the start.
Yeah. It's huge. We're melting remnant secondary. Dregs just bodies. I mean, like, honestly, what a dreg can say in the early game is we're just in a much better position for matching up against the first couple rings. We can take better investment picks, even if dregs don't end up becoming part of our in-game, even if we don't buff them up, even if we don't have a major plan for them, just to have good, cheap kind of pip spells to play out can really, really help you.
I totally agree, but there is one additional thing that I want to add to that, and that is they're exactly what I want for the possibility of taking a Shardtail Queen that, is it royalty that it takes? The rally path. Because it's one hit, 0 cost, and they die.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's a good combo. That's fun. Oh, are we going to get to talk about DLC? Maybe we'll talk about DLC in the next episode.
Yeah, leave them one and more.
Okay. Yeah, because that's a thing.
I want to go with the royalty for exactly that reason.
I think we can rock this. She must grow.
Ooh.
Huh. Wow. 2 very solid energy relics.
Extremely. I've given up on trying to make that distinction.
Nobody knows.
Relic,
it's mithril.
Artifact, trinket. It depends on the game that I'm playing.
Can we have a universal notation of roguelite game terminology? Can we just like can we converge on, first of all, the same time zone? Let's just only do UTC. That's not about games. That's just about sanity.
Yep.
And then can we also just choose the same words for the basic concepts in all the roguelites? We don't
Yes.
have to reinvent the wheel anymore.
I'm behind that, but I would settle for, like, that would be the position I would argue for, so that I can compromise at least if there is a very popular game like yours in the genre, don't use the same keyword they use in a different way. Such as some games having exhaust doing one thing and some games having exhaust doing a completely different thing.
Oh, it's so confusing. It's totally terminology overload.
I'll tell you what, I really want the Forever Flame.
Same. I think it's better than Split Anvil here because we're very unit-centric, right?
Yes.
I think it generates more effective energy.
I think we're also really going to want to try and get more imps, and as the early versions of this game, beta and then shortly after release, have shown, imps are really powerful at 0 cost.
Yes, when you can play them. That's right. I love this start. This
You gotta take the challenge. Actually, let's have a quick look at the second Hellhorned Banner next to a Merchant of Steel. There's a Hellvent in the second area next to a Remnant Banner.
Are you ready for the Consumer of Crowns that we're about to pick up?
100%. I couldn't be readier.
No one has ever been readier than this.
Slays damage shield here, so we don't want to put down the Queen Simpling.
Not in front, at least. And maybe we're just not even setting up there.
Here's
we
a
could
play.
Okay.
Shartail Queen Train Steward. We drip all the Train Steward away and then put an Imps.
Nice.
I like
that.
Just grow 'em.
Yeah, I like that. And then Train Steward's ready to swing next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And we're big scales. Large scales.
You gotta get those scales. Oh, no, because it stays twice! Teak, why didn't you tell me we're above rank 10? Teak, why didn't you save me from my own mistakes?
2021, Happy New Year!
New dog!
Welcome
this
back.
is another picture of Junior. Here we go.
More Junior.
I actually almost said this is another picture of Bowie because a friend of mine also has a yellow lab puppy.
Really?
Yep.
Named Bowie? That's
named
cute.
Bowie. I think I think they named it Bowie the week after Bowie actually passed as well.
Wow.
But I don't. I think it wasn't a tribute, which was the weirdest thing about it.
Weird. Okay.
Okay.
Trying to digest. So how many are we? We're playing at least 2 units out up top, right?
Yes, but the problem is we then end up in the same scenario next floor of any of them that attack give a divine shield, and then further another attack gives a divine shield, another attack gives a divine shield. This thing is just never going to take any damage at that rate.
Because the spikes counts as a kill and gives the shield, so we actually need something there which can attack without dying. We may need to play out a Train Steward up top, actually.
Yeah, that's got to be it, right? Because then the Queen simply takes the first kill with the Train Steward hits.
And then we get the kill with the Shard Tail. That's perfect.
Yes.
And then we full vent bot row or something?
Yep. Do we just want to like throw some damage on it with the Queen Simpling here? Like this is already going to get the kill, so we don't need to do that. Maybe throw it on the bottom. Same thing.
And so they do damage, and then the front one gets hit, and that gains a damage shield, and then the back one swings, breaks a damage shield, dies, gains a damage shield. So it leaves the floor with a damage shield.
It does, but it also leaves it with only 9 health.
And that gets broken by the Train Steward. Okay, how are we able to beat the row 2? Because we could also play out Queen Zimplings on this row. But then...
No. Any amount of Queen Zimplings at this point will just refresh Slay Shields. Because this isn't attacking at all. So it can't die on this floor. But we can do damage on this floor.
They do the 10 damage themselves, at least.
Yes. But the Shartail Queen is going to kill it next floor anyway. Are you talking about trying to get the Trusted Priest down as well?
Okay, no, I see. Well, Shartail Queen only does... Is she 40 now?
Yeah, 40.
Okay, we're set up. Okay, I like bot row. That makes sense. Cool. You can see I'm rebooting my brain right now. You have to forgive me. I'm a little slow on the uptake, but we're going to get there.
It is totally fine. I am right there with you.
We are going to get there.
Ooh. Okay. So I want to get as many rally triggers as we possibly can on this top floor, because this is going to be losing 6 health. Likely. Well, it really depends on how we handle this floor. before
Okay.
the champ comes up, and we have to have some way of defending the Shardtail Queen so she can actually get a kill. And it can't be dregs because they'll burn out by the time the enemy comes up.
You know what we could do, actually?
Mm.
We don't have to lose 6 health. If we drip fall mid-row and then focus them down with things like Dreg and or Queen's Impling, we might be able to keep her from having to swing into it at all.
Do you think we can get
But
enough
maybe we
damage with
wanted-
those? I wanted to
The
drip fall
damage
the...
shield is the problem, right?
Yeah, I wanted to drip fall the Trusted Priest just to save 3 damage.
Okay. I like that. And then, gosh, I wish there were a way to break through this shield easily right now.
Mm.
So we're actually getting killed, so we might want to chump. Do we chump with a dreg? Since they would die anyway?
Then we do no damage.
Right. Right, because they just get refreshed. Okay, we're fine. I don't know why my brain like cannot think about spikes and damage shield on enemies.
No, it's look. This is a consistent factor. In fact, it's like one of the things you learn maybe 20, 30 hours into Slay the Spire is, oh, it triggers Slay if it has spikes on it as well, right? Like,
right.
And then
right.
considering that in terms of an enemy that is going through a bunch of your enemies attacking back into it, it can be a bit hard to resolve.
I streamed this game for, you know, whatever, 350 hours in 2020 or something, and I consider myself to be quite good at it. But for whatever reason, this interaction on an enemy, my brain just cannot conceptualize. Anyway, it looks like you can conceptualize it. So you slap at the base. You slap those units. You slap them.
Less damage. Still gonna be 1 hit on the top floor.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe this way they like, I don't know.
Nice.
So they're okay.
They're here. Pixels is here. It's just like vent Queen Simpling. That floor's fine.
Cool.
The only problem is then, so we have a 5 3 times, so 5, 5, 5, 5.
Nice.
So the Shardtail Queen. Actually, no, we're fine. We're fine. As long as we draw the second vent before the end, we're totally fine.
And we should. I can't believe that reference.
Oh, I'm glad you got it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Damage is good.
Look at him doing this. Look at him. Look at him go.
I'm so proud. Hey, there's our vent.
Ooh, it's a big one. Thank you, Fire Chomper, for Lord's Vent.
Ooh. We
It's
never
a
had
bad day to be that person.
No kid. Ooh.
Desire more thing.
I do desire more thing, especially because you can end up giving it endless, and that can be a huge part of. Well, do we need damage
Is this
scaling?
ever just vent?
Yeah. Because
Do you
what
ever-
are we?
or what about fortify? Is it ever fortify? Because we want just like a little bit more effective health on our Shardtail Queen in case we have to, I don't know, like take another spikes challenge.
I like that. Because, you know, spikes, sweep, there are a fair few things that propose a little bit of a risk to her at the point. But also, we're not going to want to give her March of Shields, another premium option for giving armor, because we don't want her out front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with the Fortify, actually.
I don't know which I would pick here between Fortify and Vent. I think I take either of those above Fledgling, and part of me leans Vent just be for energy, right? Because of the Forever Flame, but I like the Fortify. It's something we don't have.
Well, now we're in a scenario of we could provide our boss scaling defense with Molten, like even with Seraph the Chase,
I love that.
It's fine.
Let's do it. Let's do that. That's
Great.
a potential really cool, like endless kind of situation.
I think that hard confirms Merchant of Steel for us.
Yes.
Endless is no longer a whiff. Burnout 1 is totally fine to put on it if we then get Endless. Then we don't have to worry about Reform.
That's actually kind of great.
Oh!
Okay. We've got to be a little hyped on Deranged Brute here, right?
You can't ignore that boy. We could set up a second floor with him.
And I mean, there's even a potential with all the mobility that we have, we can overstack lanes with this build potentially.
Oh, okay. Here's my build in mind, right? Top floor, we have the royalty She's ascending with imps and dregs, trash units, effectively, at that point. We set up a mid-floor that has a defensive unit. Either that's the range brute with a +25 or a large stone or some such on it, as well as a, we'll find some way to apply a rage to it, right? We've got time.
Sure.
Then, in one of the final rounds, we just drip fall that Shadowtail Queen directly behind the range brute, and that's our floor.
And there you go. And she's ready to rock.
Love it.
It works.
I'm totally actually not
burnout
against large stone and heartstone on the deranged brute as like preemptive play for that.
Line.
Yeah,
I like that. I mean, that's just a good stat stick for now too. If nothing else, it just becomes a good beater.
Should we consider the fact there is a hell vent in the next area? We could try and reroll and find something better specifically for a deranged brute, like Rage 7 or Quick or Multi-Strike, and then put 2 of them on the same floor.
Do we skip this large stone? Is there any other target that we would put large stone on?
So large stone's a little hard because a lot of the units at the moment in the deck want to be played on the same floor as the Shardtail Queen, and the Shardtail Queen needs space.
Part of me thinks that what we could do is put +25 health on the burnout molten encasement, and then dupe that. That's not like a terrible thing to do. And then we don't have to play so much around finding Endless. It's just a solid source of 4 stealth. And if we ever get Reform, it just keeps going and going and going.
Okay. Let's... I like that. Do not get me wrong. Before committing to that, I would like to consider what we get on the reroll, right? So it's not going to be Large Stone. It's either going to be Endless, Multi-Strike, Quick. Is there another one I'm missing?
Quick feels like mostly a whiff right now, to me.
Yes, definitely. It would be only in the scenario that we end up with quite powerful deranged brutes putting 2 of them on the same floor, trying to have their health supplied by Quick. Would they really seem effective? So Quick would be a whiff on the reroll.
But Multi's good.
Not. Multi not.
Endless great. And Endless has lots of targets. And in fact, Endless is so good with all these targets that we might want to make sure, if we are rerolling, we probably want to make sure we have money for it. Because it is, that's like top tier. Okay, I'm at peace with that.
Should we +25 something before we reroll?
Right. I feel like I want the stats on something, even if it's not the brute. I like it on the brute though. I think I like it on the brute. I think that makes sense to me. I think we just take that. So
I want it here because this leaves us open to the possibility of the upgrade on the next reroll is so good that we dupe a brute. And then the floor is 2 brutes.
E2 brute?
Oh my god, there we are.
Stop it, Teak. Stop it.
Don't stop it.
Stop it, Teak.
Continue it. No. Et tu brute is an excellent reference to be adding there after I'm talking about a brute. I'm all on board, although we're going to have to make sure that we keep this one alive in stark contrast to the historical parallel you're bringing up there.
We've got to take one of these. Who and where? Who, where? Who, where, why?
Do we just Hearthstone the brute again? Because there are infinite sources of rage. We'll find him. Yeah. Honestly, right? It feels pretty good. It's not like we're threatened anytime soon as well. The Shardtail Queen and the Molten Encasement. Like, I feel pretty comfortable until floor 6 right now. That's a good tanky unit. Let's do it. The double Heartstone makes sense. We're going to find... We need to get a little better at frontline damage, but plus 10 does not do that for us, right? Yeah. Unit drops. It gets us through this armor or something. Consumer need crown. Must consume. You're right. I can't believe I didn't think about consuming. Oh! We have to take every chance. What about, like, Legion of Wax with the +7 rage on it? And having that die behind the... Oh my gosh. It splits with the buff? Yeah, because the buff itself... So, the buff usually wouldn't be reapplied. However, it comes from the enhancement on the card itself. So it stays. We're going to need quite the large vent to get through that back line. I feel like a lot of this is going to be, it's unfortunate we have a drip fall in the opening hand as a result, like having to drip fall past and then attacking the backline initially.
I mean, drip fall is still days too. We can drip fall the mid unit, the foot soldier here, just to save 10 life, and that's a real thing.
Default to the same kind of setup on top, setup on middle.
It feels wasteful to not be sure that we're getting value out of the queen's implings. Part of me here is tempted to actually shardtail bottom and start tossing out the implings to eat some hits and then put deranged mid or top. Honestly, I think I would do that. I think losing out the damage from the queen's implings, considering that we took armor, could be quite a mistake.
Okay. Yep, I'm totally good with that. I actually don't even want to drip fall. I want both of these to die so we have space.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, all's well that ends well on that floor.
Agree. My mid floor. Wait a minute. Wait, we can maybe get to this if we like. We've got some solid units to play out here. We can do 10 damage immediately with Queen's Impling. And then we only need 1 more damage to kill the front, which a Train Steward could do. And then drag. Oh my gosh. It's close.
Wait, no, it's fine. It's fine, right?
Do we get it?
It's Train Steward, drag, and then Queen's Impling in the back line.
Kills the back. Oh my gosh, we did it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. The Queen's Impling gets it. And then the final Train Steward goes on this floor, literally just sacking it.
Yeah. Okay. Works.
Got him.
Ooh, na indeed, little one.
No money gets by me.
Havana, unana.
That was very accurate.
New microphone just lets me mimic more in-game audio. I can re-voice act more voice acting. I've fallen in love with the Sphinx sound, the Lamasu sound from Spelunky 2. I got my Spelunky 2 PP. 733.
Yeah, on the dailies I saw.
Yeah.
I saw after the fact, I saw someone incredulously joining your stream and going, "Are you the same Teak?
Are you Teak?" I was like, yes. The tis I.
The thing about that tickled me so much is they also had a 1-month sub icon, so they'd subbed before they asked that.
They probably got hit by a gift, to be honest.
Right.
But I also noticed that, and I was like, you don't know? You paid me.
You paid me to do this.
Yeah. I made this for you. Well, at least we... Oh, actually, this is fine. We win.
Yeah, we just, like, sack molten encasements and then... Oh, yeah, it goes up on the top floor next line. We're totally fine. You just die there. And nothing else really needs to happen. Yeah, better units next turn.
It's too bad that we couldn't get, obviously, the stealth on the bot here, but we pushed out the good damage.
That's something actually we might want to consider in the future, is how can we guarantee that the stealth will have placement at the right time? That's a very melting remnant consideration right there.
Yeah, that's true. This vent is very relevant, too. Boom.
Get him.
We made it.
Whew. Rage.
Pretty spicy.
That's rage.
You want it, right?
I do. I want it because it actually gives me hope that we can get either another Endless or we can get some sort of reform and then go for the 2 Deranged Brutes on the same floor, a Fledgling Imp constantly reforming itself, putting itself on the same floor, scaling our damage that way.
We could also just hybridize this Shardtail Queen to make Fledgling Imps.
We could, but the problem is, like, her first hybridization is Fledgling, second hybridization is the Fledgling Imp, so it's only after round 7 we're even getting access to those.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me to turn down this Horn Break.
Yeah.
Because, if nothing else, it's the first self-target damage that we have too, which we might really benefit from, being able to kill off our own units. But this sure is the first source of rage that we have too. I mean, like you said, we're going into Seraph the Chase, so we want to be careful about... If we can only make some tiny cheesy amount of rage, it's going to feel inconsequential against the Seraph.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe Fledgling just isn't the path. And Deranged Brute's job is to be a giant piece of beef. Right?
Yeah. So I can see that. The reason I'm a little not necessarily on the same page is because I think our big scaling damage for that final fight is just Shartel Queen. When you go down the royalty path, it gets ridiculous. In which case, like, the scaling on the Deranged Brutes is for every battle up until then, and then in that fight, they're tanks, as you're saying.
Then I think that this is Hornbreak. Because that'll be better utility.
Oh, I
throughout.
really want the Fledgling in. Okay, I'm doing Hornbreak. I trust you.
You believe.
I believe that God lives on a planet called Kolob. I believe that this should be a skip for 10 as well.
You're not ever tempted by Wicklash or Draft?
Not really, no.
Yeah.
It just feels like the draft, like, we don't have the pieces with it that would really accomplish much of anything. It's competing for one size space against a lot of other things that are also hard competing for it. Our deck is overloaded in one size space.
It sure is.
Wicklash is largely like, kill this unit in 2 turns, but it's applied to units that don't really want to exist for those 2 turns at all.
2 turns. That's part of why we took Hornbreak, right? I like Skip.
Okay.
I like Skip.
And this for me is easy skip.
You never look at this Wickless Baron.
I'm looking at the Wickless Baron, but I mean, maybe I'm underestimating some value that it proposes to us. But I'm thinking of our 2-floor solution as having 2 Deranged Brutes on 1 floor, Shartel Queen and Cycles on the other. Wickless Baron doesn't necessarily have a space in my mind. Where would it fit?
So if we didn't already have Deranged Brute, this is easily a body for us, right? I think I end up skipping here too. The thing that I'm desperately trying to figure out, the thing that this deck is not close to doing, is killing 2 big frontliners by turn 3. We're not close. We're doing okay with the vents on clearing backliners, and we certainly do have some in-game scaling of damage and mitigation through the stealth, but we are not close to clearing wave frontliners. But I don't think that this is the best way to get there either, right?
Yeah, like, Wickless is extremely slow in terms of damage growth, at least.
With this deck, yeah, we can at most play it like 3 units a turn. At most, it's just not going to get there.
And even then, it's competing against the rally trigger.
Yeah.
Let's
skip. I like, by the way, how the commentary it's evolving with us as we go through the covenants. It's getting more serious. Like, we have to care more about these things.
I also skipped the decision making on this one just because I assumed we were both on the same page.
I dig it.
Okay.
Oh,
there it is, though. There it is, though.
That's sure is rage. That's sure is rage.
Yeah, it's Big Sludge stands behind the Deranged Brute.
Deranged Brute. And I love that line. I love that line. We need to get that man's some upgrades. What are we doing?
Does this mean we do? I don't think we need to dupe Molten Encasement. I think that's extreme overkill. I kind of just want either another Dripfall or another Hornbreak at this point, but let's go to the Concealed Cabins first.
Okay. What do you want 5 of? Wraps?
Oh, God.
Do you want...
5 Pyre Chompers, infinite energy, nothing to do with them? That's not a serious suggestion, don't worry. You know what we could do?
What?
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but it would be one of the dupes goes to Molten Encasement, the other dupe goes to Hornbreak. Our first gem after Daedalus is Size. We're always going to want extra Size if we're doing Rally on 1 floor. Then we have a floor that has the Deranged Brute, the Big Sludge as well. A Harvest trigger happening consistently on that floor of a Molten Encasement dying. We've got like a scaling defensive on every single floor, as well as scaling offense on every single floor. Literally all we need past that point is initial burst damage.
Yeah. What if we make 5 copies of Drip Ball?
No, Teak, you can't just drip fall all your enemies.
It's kind of like front load.
Drip fall,
Nobody
go.
attack.
Drip, drip, drip.
Drip.
Honestly, I'm not extremely against it. The biggest reason I don't want to get a giant amount of copies of a single spell is because currently our ability to scale killing a frontline early high health unit is through scaling our rally, and we need minions for that. And competing against other minions with a bunch of drip falls is rough.
Tells you that you don't have to kill it in the first turn or the second.
Sure, but then you end up with a floor that has 3, 9 165s on it.
Oh, it is absolutely alone against later me. 100%. Have you ever had 7 copies of Dripfall?
I've never had 7 copies of Dripfall. Is this a serious suggestion, Teak?
Dead serious.
Doing it. Although we have to concede that the other one's going to be my pick, and that's the Molten Engagement.
Yes, of course. You get like the next 6 picks. That's just math.
We don't need to run a metric system like that. I believe in the Teak that believes in this strat.
This is so good. It's such a card. And now we can just start duping our units.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want more deranged brutes? I do.
So this is Christmas. Oh my Lord in heaven.
Okay. All right. It begins. Where do we want to go? Where do you come from?
Where do you go? Where do you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Now, look, I wonder.
Yes.
I wonder if the play here is Shartail Queen, Deranged Brute, well, no, we can't go Big Sludge top floor and then Dripfall. Maybe we do that on the bottom floor then. Yeah. Oh no, but then it can't attack. The whole plan is trying to hinge a way to kill the Forged Disciple here. And that would be getting a rally trigger on Shartail Queen and then having everyone attack. You can't do that because the Dripfall days. Dang.
What if simple. What if this is Deranged Root, Big Sludge, bot row, Shard mid row, and we leave her there, and we just like Dripfall of Foot Soldier this turn or something. We're gonna have on average a Dripfall every turn. We can drop Shardtail down whenever we want. That gives us space to actually scale her up. And then we will abuse Dripfall, we hope, to try to set up Big Sludge with the kill. The question is there always a 40 health unit in the front? Because if there is every turn, then that Big Sludge never scales.
There. Right. Oh god, I know that. Hang on. By the way, for anyone who's wondering, where did they add all of these up here? I'm actually running a mod at the moment that specifically just gives you all of the different rings shown up here in the top and clarifies their text a little to actually tell you what they're doing rather than give you flavor text. It's really good. I recommend it. It's more boss information or some such. It's by Chronometrics. You'll find it in the workshop. In fact, I'll even link it in the description down below. But yeah, let's go for that. Do we want to do the bomb? Prevent its attack? Because we're gonna have to kill that next.
Sticks around.
Yeah, action triggers at the start of that unit's turn. So yeah, it'd literally just happen next turn. It would only be if we got Hornbreak next turn that it would change anything for us.
I think we Dripfall the Foot Soldier because that denies them their next attack. Yeah. Let the bomb do the bomb thing.
Just to clarify, it is dazed 1. He doesn't get his denied attack.
Right. The dazed 1. Right. But dazed 2 was when we top road, right?
Is when we what? Oh yeah,
we played a unit in the top row and they got dazed, and then it's 2021. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
I'm gonna leave this in the thing, but I am going to very quickly recall you because the audio has just changed a little.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Teak isn't here at the moment. What a lovely guy. Can't hear me saying this. Hey, welcome back.
I'm back.
Hell yeah. All right.
Video.
There's
Boom.
the video as well. Okay.
Bing bada boom.
Molten Encasement, 2 Queen's Implings on this floor. Gets us a hell of a lot of the rally. We're losing out on triggers for the big sludge. Killing anything is the problem.
That was the concern. Yeah. I'm not sure how to fix it either.
Ooh.
Because...
Here's a fix.
Okay.
Molten Encasement, descend that. We get our first harvest as a result of it. We get these 2 getting the shields. Queen's Implings go on this floor. One of them goes behind the Shardtail Queen. So hit. The Shardtail Queen takes 5 damage to the Disciple Foot Soldier. We have other stuff to deal with that. That's fine.
That's so good.
And then we get them back.
Descending Molten Encasement. That's brilliant. That's a great play.
Ooh, yeah, no, it still burns out if it stays. Yeah, that's totally.
And we're scaling the Shardtail Queen this way.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wins.
You know when it's just.
I do know when it's like that. We should leave space to do that like every turn.
Yep. I mean, with the drip falls,
it's easy to do. How many option do we have? Answer: 1 million option.
All.
Every option. Ooh. Try not to die.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Maybe this turn.
Train Steward takes
strong
all of their
Sludge now?
hits.
Is Sludge? How much damage is Sludge doing? Bot.
30. It will kill a Forge Disciple at this point.
Cool. Okay, so then we can use Molten Encasement to save our mid row. That's good. But does it save our mid row? We still have to defend against the bomb, who don't care none.
We don't. If we use Vent, the Overcharged Apprentice and the Constructed kill the bomb, and then we're fine.
Nice. Perfect. Solved the problem.
Hell yeah. I'm so excited
Isn't this
for
fun?
drip falling this giant Shardtail Queen. Yeah.
It's so fun. It's like Toolkit the deck. We have 7 drip fall. We just play them to do things.
This is why I have to believe in the Teak that believes in this deck.
Yeah. Somebody has to.
Oh.
Mama.
I'll believe in you enough for everyone then.
Oh, Nana.
Okay, we can use a Horn Break to amplify the damage here on the bottom line. Use a Molten Encasement Dripfall. Molten Encasement stays on this floor.
Right. It's not Slay, it's Harvest.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Which means vents on bottom row are a way for us to scale in this setup, if we end up in this setup.
100%.
So we have even more options. The options grow larger.
You can't handle my strongest options, Seraph. You need an enemy with fewer options. That lives rent-free in my mind at all times.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I know it's in yours as well.
Nobody doubts that, Teak.
You know what I tried to find on holiday and I couldn't find it for the absolute life of me? It was the a brave warrior wielding a sword, wielding a warrior, wielding a fortunate warrior.
Oh, we gotta link that. I can find that.
I'm having so much fun.
Yeah, man, me
what
too.
do we want to do?
It's all great.
It is.
The Devourer.
We could try and do Devourer of Death, right? And then continue drip falling other units to the bottom floor. The Devourer of Death having like a safe spot next to the big sludge at all times. That gives us kind of like a boss killing vibe. It also gives us an extinguished target for a later intent on death, possibly.
Mm-hmm. And take what? Take Pips? I actually like Pips here quite a lot.
I think it has to be Pips.
Yeah.
This
Remnant Pact is also dope. And as is Formless Child. Who's our Remnant Pact like gold target? Any of the imps?
Any of the imps, but I will also put out there that there is a world in which, in fact, like, if we get offered imp generation in almost any way, I'm going to want to take it.
Yeah.
Like your box of imps or whatever the heck it's called. I forgot about it. Whoops.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Then
Imp
just
box.
because that makes cards rather than making cardless units, you just pop it on one of those.
Yep.
Just keep going. Especially if it's an impish scholar, and then you just get all imp generation for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's true. So this is very powerful future kit. One thing that I always struggle with Devourer of Death is like,
Yeah.
what is this unit's purpose?
I've run into that situation a couple times myself before,
Yeah.
and obviously because I talked about it enough times, I'm not going to harp on it too long. But because I try to have a fight solved before I go into it, the entirety of it, to me, this is a bunch of free damage should a floor fail. So in the best case scenario for me, it does nothing, which is why I seldom draft it.
Yeah, I'm looking at this unit, and what did I say? I'm looking for more ways to help us kill frontliners during waves. But like Devourer of Death, unless we find a way to recur them and regain those souls, kills one unit on like wave, like turn 5, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it feels like a clumsy unit to me a lot of the time. Now I get the appeal. It's 1 pip and it's doing this thing kind of passively, and it has a lot of words on it. So if you can do more extinguish things, as an example, like you said, it gets better. But I think this is Remnant Pact. I think our intuitions are aligning.
Yep. All on board that.
Choo-choo.
I don't really care for any of these, frankly.
I think we can skippy. We've got the right units. And we can make more of the same units and then overstack them.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, we do have a big sludge here that desperately wants multi-strike.
It does.
Is almost every other modifier we can get a whiff? And if so, should we instead try and go for something else?
Getting some base rage on the unit is not a whiff.
That's true. Yeah, 7 rage on that by base is going to, what, 7, 14, then
21
plus
more.
3?
It's 31.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And it gets us kind of kick-started. And even just putting plus 10 damage on it, it's not atrocious, but multi would be better. Better enough that probably we reroll. Do we want to put like a battle stone and a strength stone on a dreg? Or is that pointless?
I feel like
not reforming it.
I feel like dregs and imps, like, they're huge value to us right now.
Their job is to die.
Rally and harvester. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Get played and then die. More ingress.
Well,
more burnout.
I do think we just hard whiffed.
We could, honestly, consider putting Endless on Pyre Chomper, because we would have to be careful about playing it, because we didn't take any extra draw, right? If we recur 3 Endless units, we're only drawing 2 novel cards every turn. That's mostly a losing condition unless you are winning with those 3 cards, right? But being able to guarantee the extra energy for Pyre Chomper for something like a future One-Horned Tome, there's our multi-strike.
God, that seems finicky to me. Getting Pyre Chomper on the same turn as that in a deck where we've already doubled 1 card and quintupled another.
We might just call this, we rolled. We rolled, and that was the point, was to look. We have looked.
Sometimes you roll, sometimes you rock,
Yeah. Absolutely. Honestly, I think it's okay. We'll have to roll more.
It's also worth noting, like, the other side, yeah, we could have gotten plus 10 on the Hornbreak. We could have reduced the cost of some of the drip falls, but we don't really pay. Like, we have nothing else that we're paying for at the moment. So it's not like our opportunity cost there was as high as it seems like it might be by whiffing at a store.
Yeah, yeah. Do you ever go Imperialist here, since we're trying to kill things on the front? We just want to go Royalty too and have even more scaling damage.
Let's think about the Imperialist. I think you bring up a good point, right? Because, like, we've got 2 vents in a deck that is now 33 cards large, and if we can't kill the front unit, we can't kill the back units at this point.
That's right.
So a Shardtail Queen, but would that not make the circumstance that a Shardtail Queen is on the bottom line killing a bunch of units so that, you can thin out the backline units and stuff like that, and then they go up to the next floor where our harvest triggers happen?
It may be. It may be that happens.
It feels like that trades away a lot of our harvest value.
I mean, we never forget that we have 7 cards that say Descend on them. So we have more opportunity than we think always to stack things up and put them in the right place and get them vented and harvest things here and there. We don't have to do that killing, but to have the power, the opportunity to say, if you get to the mid or the top row, I'm killing you. It's at least worth thought. What's Imperialist 2?
I think it just increases the damage and the HP. Let's logbook that.
Yeah.
I need to get more used to checking the logbook, especially with the I've never gotten Imperialist 3.
I wonder which one Raps doesn't like to play.
Hint, it's the Shardtail Queen. It's not actually. Like, I do like the Shardtail Queen. It's just I've played it a lot less than almost everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's
so
plus
20, 30, 40, or does it go
plus
20, 30, 50? I don't know.
20, 30, 50 almost certainly, but it's plus 10, plus 20 on the stats. The second level of it. I'm leaning more towards royalty again and using Dripfall to kind of like fix our initial problems for the moment until we find rage or upgrades on Big Sludge. Okay,
I like it. Man, heck, it feels like holdover on event is the kind of thing that we really want now.
Yeah, except for the limitation you mentioned previously, right? We've got 2 Molten Encasements on
too many cards in hand.
Returned, yeah. Spell Shield 2. I don't think that's super relevant to us.
At some point in time, though, that's most of what we need to do, right? Like if we're playing those things.
Is this super relevant to us so that we can actually vent clipped conduits in the back line so that they don't haste?
I meant that if we're playing our win conditions, it's okay that we're not drawing new cards. No, this haste and Spell Shield is scary. But Spell Shield won't block Dripfall.
That's true. A lot of the time, the Clipped Guardian's going to go to the 3rd floor, and then we're just going to go back down, nerd.
Come back.
That's right. It's like in a tower defense where you built like a maze, they go the entire way through, and then as soon as they get to the very end of it, you block it off with towers, and then you open towers on the other side, and it's like, dead end, go backwards, nerd.
Go back. Yeah, and the AI is like, why? Why was I made only to suffer? Why was I created only to suffer? Break the wall. Why don't I have that power? Just sit still, just wait.
I think, well, actually, hang on. We should add in that Deranged Brute and Big Sludge now are no longer taking the entire capacity of their own floors, so we don't have to wait for Drip Falls or Molten Encasements. Literally, an imp on that floor is a harvest trigger for us. 5 rage is the 35 damages we associated before. 10 and 35, we're getting pretty close already.
Yeah, we should take this trial, I think.
Especially because there is a Merchant of Trinkets in the next area.
Plus, we have 110 higher health. Just let them hit us.
Let them do their best.
Go do your thing.
Oh, you were going with that song. In my head was playing Ain't No Other Man Can't Stand Up Next to You. I don't know why, but you saying do your thing. Oh, do your thing, honey. Ain't no other man can stand up next to you. Yeah, that's where it's from.
I don't know what I was singing. I don't remember the words that I say most of the time.
Oh no, you were going along with the audio of this track.
Yes.
But I was like trying to interpret it as that song. So there was this weird thing in my head of going,
oh no. Oh no, that must have been surreal. Okay. You survived though. You made it out.
Yeah. I'm on the other side of it now. I think
do we
I think this floor is just gonna hit us for 8. But like Shardtail Queen goes... Honestly, Shardtail Queen could go top.
Are you ever tempted by Shardtail Queen bottom here?
Not at all, because I really want the Deranged Brute as well as a Burnout Reform, as well as the Harvest Sludge on the bottom. Maybe I'm overlooking something there, though.
We could put those 2 up top because of this draw, and then get Harvest via Drag and anything that drips up to the top. Because like Dripfall, we can think of Dripfall as descend, or we can also think of it as ascend for the other unit. So if we Dripfall the frontliner, then what's going to the top?
Oh, okay. I like that. It's gonna no, it's not gonna be a problem, is it? Right?
Because I think it works. I think it works really well for this.
The Big Sludge doesn't attack next turn, but that's completely fine. It doesn't need to.
Because it's Harvest, not Slay. Which I will forget. I'll just acknowledge that I do sometimes mess those up. It happens.
Everyone does.
Do we want to start getting some stealth for our queen? Like, might as well, right?
Yeah, if we put it in the back line as well, it kills the core marksman. Then we only have one unit going to the top floor. We've only got one unit attacking here next turn as well.
Oh, brilliant. It's perfect. Solving a problem.
Ooh! Two
And there's a horn break.
harvests. You shouldn't have,
You love to see it.
You definitely should have. I mean, sack a unit there on the top floor.
Is it molten up top?
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
And then just play Queen's Imp on the bottom. We have a drip fall here too. So many tools! Oh my gosh, so many tools.
What do we even want to prevent? Nothing. Like, this does nothing this turn. It can't.
We could,
I wonder if that prevents haste.
It shouldn't, because it's yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worth trying, because I didn't think anything else would happen.
No.
So this will do 10. 10.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah, we're going to miss one of them. I think we have to, though.
But that's okay. It's only the 1/1. I mean,
yeah.
Ain't no thing. Do we start playing a steward bot? I guess not.
We could have.
Stack one stew. The drip fall has arrived. You want to drip the the 20? The back line there. Drip one of them at least, right? So we don't leak.
No, I mean that's a shaman. We're fine.
But we want the harvest, maybe. Can we get it?
Ooh.
Maybe we can't.
So if the Clip Defender dies in the next round, literally what we would be sending up would be this same floor again if we drip fall it. So with only 2 strikes that can even happen because this is dazed and the fact the frontliner is going to have 95. Yeah, we can't even get it in that circumstance.
You know we can do if we're
Triple drip
oh,
this.
but we won't leak. Yeah, we could triple drip, right?
Yeah.
But we're not going to leak it because we're going to kill it.
Yeah, but sometimes you do something because you can.
That's the truest. That's the truest. We could also start dripping down our rows to combine them. We've got just what I'm saying is we've got options.
We do.
You should drip that front guy again because screw that guy.
How dare you're never allowed to attack.
Quit coming to our house.
Not in this life or the next. I think we're just killing on the bottom floor with all this stuff.
Yeah, we are. But we have our cheerleader squad up top. Oh yeah, it's not close. It's not.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
Yeah. You will never come to my party. You're not invited. You won't be invited.
In fact, hang on. I'm going to invite you for just a sec, and you're uninvited. Now kick rocks.
Inferno.
That's an inflame
I like
right
that inflame.
there.
Yeah, no. That's the real. But how often do you find Inferno and it's like the perfect card? Every once in a while, right? Never?
It used to be the perfect card for me more consistently until I started doing not to harp on it, but more engine building.
Yeah.
It feels like a lot of the time when I take it these days, it is to kill my own units.
Yeah, I read it. I find sometimes like I have a Stygian run where I'm just struggling to do damage during waves, and I see Inferno and I'm like, yes, there's my damage.
It's a really good like early catch, especially.
If I could guarantee permafrost, this Memories of the Melted is dank for a future rail spike that we get. But we can't guarantee permafrost.
Not at all, and we're also not really digging through magic shops. In fact, we're about to turn down a we're about to turn. Yeah, we are about to turn down a magic shop for a Merchant of Steel 505.
Yeah, because we made all the this Sacred Wick is not bad.
It's not bad.
And the reason is it just gives us 2 more summons, 2 more rally triggers, and they're guaranteed to go away. They're gonna be a pip.
Is there a world where we get a second pip? Is this the fated 2 yellow draw gems run? The yellow draw gem, they added it into the game in a recent update. They recolored it, and it draws one fewer cards, but it gives you an extra pip on every floor.
That's awesome. I mean, honestly, we have 7 drip balls, so we can also just like take more draw, and that is more pips.
I think there's a hard whiff on everything so far.
The vapor funnel is not atrocious, but I like a reroll here. The wing clippings is better. Well, no wing clippings. That ain't it. What do we have? There's runs where it's quite good, but this isn't the one. Yeah. Okay. 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 Wait, melting. Oh no, melting spout. Oh no. Molten encasement. We already gave it burnout 1. It doesn't want burnout 2. Oh.
This is a weird run. There is only one midline merchant of trinkets.
Yeah. Do we just buy a chicken wing? Do we want scorched steel? It could be actively bad sometimes, you know, because our chump won't die.
I mean, our only self-damage is Hornbreak that goes through it, but yeah, it's just for enemies hitting our chumps that's a problem. I'm happy with Winged Indulgence. Like, it's just extra time on the clock in your Relentless Phases and stuff like that.
Exactly. Okay. We'll take it. You gotta take lots of rolls. What are we removing?
It's got to be Train Stewards. They're 2 size and they accomplish less than any of the others.
I agree. Stewards, I'm sorry.
I'm still waiting on this, like obviously it's going to happen in the higher covenants, but the buff and a steward run, I'm waiting for it.
Maybe this was a fight because of sweep where the armor was relevant. It doesn't let us live through 2 swings though. Doesn't this unit do 9 on sweep? 4 on sweep. Okay, maybe it was relevant. Well, they're dead. Doesn't he have 85 life? Wait, is that the boss?
Yeah, no, this is the boss. Sorrow.
There we go.
9. Okay, right,
it
sorry.
is 9.
You were right. You were talking about Sorrows. Master of Light also has sweep, so I was confused.
Yeah, got it. Double sweep. Oh, that's why we took a fortify. And we're invisible. Sweep this.
The drip falls and the invisible, yeah, I think are going to get us over the limit there.
Yeah. Shall we take 15 armor?
100%.
Yeah. It's fine. I liked the numbers that we were producing in the previous fight. They were getting big.
Being able to force our own harvest on the big sludge, I think, is instrumental to that.
Agree.
So, early frontliner really wants to go down, so this is a similar scenario to previously. It's just Shartail Queen out front, Train Steward, big sludge goes up top.
Yeah, we'll probably have to use drip falls judiciously to keep Shartail Queen from taking too much damage to the sweepers, but I think that's okay.
I don't think there are going to be enough Masters of Light to deal enough damage to the Shartail Queen.
I guess she has 20 life now. Well, I'm just trying to make sure she has enough life at the end to live through the boss. Oh, but we already established that stealth does that. So we're good. We're golden. And we get to enflamme our big sludge. Up top, right? Because collector?
Exactly for that reason.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we might as well just save some H. Well, do we want the Train Steward dead? What's the likelihood we draw a hand? No. We can't draw a handful of enough cards to go here to fill 4 pips, as well as the Deranged Brute that's guaranteed to be in the hand. It's just super unlikely.
I think we do this strip fall. I think it's worth.
Nice.
There's Brute.
At 2, my friend. Okay.
I guess Sacred Wick was one reason to try to die, but I don't know. Feels thin.
Yeah, definitely a lighter consideration than the rest of them. Queen Simpling does want to go bottom. Do we want to try and split up this floor a little bit?
I'm thinking about it, right? I think we want the Steward to die before the Imp. I think the Imp goes behind Steward because we get more pips back that way.
Love it.
I do like splitting up that midline. And maybe what we do is we drip fall actually the back unit, because then the vent is more useful on the bottom row. It softens them up to the point to where actually a second vent is getting close.
It's not. 17
not right, 'cause they're
HP,
17.
2 vents on maximum is 12.
Oh, Pyre Trumper. It's possible. It's possible.
Okay. Yes, with the Pyre Trumper. I think that's a real long shot, though.
I agree.
I'd prefer to just reveal the backline to guarantee they get another harvest next turn.
Okay. That way we don't have to worry about it. And we've got enough Dripfall to manage whatever unit.
Yeah, this guy is going to be our Clips Guardian from the previous one. He's never allowed
This
to
is our
attack.
new, you can never come to the party.
Yeah.
Still Vent Bot, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Vent Bot.
Is this a League of Legends call?
It's
Bot
the
venting.
beginning of a Red Hot Chili Peppers song, I think. I just start saying random words from this point. Shardtail.
Oh, wait, I do know that one.
Dripfall. Queen's Imp. Take 2 steps to make it in nature. Cook salmon. Chicken wing.
You're doing the staccato of it perfectly. Like, it evoked it immediately for me. We don't want the Master of Light on the bottom line to actually sweep through these 2 units, because then the rage gets pretty high. So
Yeah,
maybe
that's
we
true.
do a Dripfall here. Sack a drag on the top. Actually, I'm
I like
just gonna
that.
do that.
I like that. Mama. Mama.
Send him. Because Master of Light would also be dazed. Effectively, what I'm trying to do here is end up in a situation where the Deranged Brute with some supplemental damage kills the Clipped Shaman. And...
Is Clip Shaman an AoE heal?
yeah, all of them
I've
are.
never noticed that. Because it's never have multiple units to heal. I've never noticed that in all of my play. That's funny.
It's a very atypical scenario to find yourself in.
Right?
But we reveal the Clips Guardian. If we get a Queen's Impling next turn, which is actually a little less likely, we found a lot of them so far. Then it goes on the top floor in front. The Deranged Brute managed to finish the kill on the Clip Shaman, and then the Big Sludge in the backline has enough damage to handle a Master of Light after all of those harvest triggers.
Just playing a Vent in the mid row does enough damage to where the Shaman dies to the Deranged Brute.
It does, but only if the Clips Guardian isn't in that place. I guess we could Dripfall it next turn.
Play it for 1. Playing it for 1 puts it at 2 and 9. Oh, that's 1 too much. You're right. We have to play it for 2. I kind of like that play.
We hang on. How many Dripfalls? We have 3 Dripfalls and 3 Queen's Implings in the deck. Effectively, next turn, do we think we're drawing Dripfall or Queen's Impling? Because that determines what we play.
I guess the Dripfall is probably safer here, because then we just buy more time to fix it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Dripfall seems safer.
Probably should have done that on the bottom line at that point.
This is starting to feel like a divinity fight. We will talk about that in the next episode. Hey, there's the Queen's Imp.
We can
There's
do it with
also
a Hornbreak
that.
instead if we'd like.
Yeah, and start what, like Molten Encasement here? Or do we need Molten Encasement bot row though?
Doesn't even care about it, frankly, at this point.
Doesn't matter, does it?
Okay, wait. What scenarios does it matter in? Boss is coming in 3 waves time. This is our first Molten Encasement. So if we wanted to stack a bunch of stealth on this floor, we would be starting that now. This line is going to suck.
Yeah, we need to be strong enough to deal with that, whatever we do. So maybe we want a Hornbreak up top so that we can Queen's Imp them. We can also Dripfall and split some people up.
We could do both.
And that's not bad.
I think this is, like, easy to confirm.
Yeah.
I like this here as well, but that's just, like, shutting out the Molten Encasement, so it depends on that play. One thing we could do is Queen's Impling back here and then Molten Encasement at the very back, so it just gets the burnout trigger, but it doesn't eat the hits.
Yeah. I think I'm more concerned, like the top row can kill the boss, right? So I think I'm more worried right now, the way I'm kind of pruning, is I'm more worried about making sure that we don't leak than I am about setting up more for the boss. And so whatever line most helps us with the mid row, that's the line that I think we take. Yeah. I agree.
And then I want to send this guy down.
Okay. Okay. Dig it.
Yeah.
The stackening. And then we get to split up again because we have an empty row, as long as we find a Dripfall next turn. Otherwise, we just focus on getting them dead.
I think we just put 2 Molten Encasements on the bottom line, and then the Shartail Queen kills the boss.
Oh, and we don't have to worry. Perfect.
It can't attack, can't get lifesteal off.
Yeah, nah, you're right. You're right.
Now, this is a question I forget the answer to every time I ask it. When a unit with sweep attacks a floor that has non-stealth and stealthed units, does it bypass stealth because it's hitting units or not? I think it doesn't. But I
shouldn't be able to hit them, because what does the text on stealth say? It says attacks don't hit this, not a target in combat, but it's not targeting, right?
Exactly.
It's like an AoE. I think that if the stealth is already there, I think the sweep doesn't hit it. I think this was complicated in the past because Molten Encasement would provide stealth when the sweep was already started or something. Do you remember that being a complication?
Molten Encasement would provide stealth when the sweep...
Like they had already started the attack. As part of that attack, they kill the Molten Encasement, which stealths your other units.
Ooh,
but
I didn't
they're
run into
already
that.
being swept. Okay. I remember that being strange.
Yeah, easy.
Anyway, we win.
Hey,
The
here's
money.
confirmation,
It was so
right?
easy.
None of these units died, therefore it didn't go through.
You're right. You're right. Okay. So if the stealth, at least if there's already stealth there, the sweep won't hit them.
Perfect.
Boom. Nice setup. Hey, Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Teak?
What do you how do you feel about how you liking 7 Dripball?
I'm really liking 7
It's so good.
I think I would like it significantly less. I will add a caveat here. If we did not have Forever Flame, because we are unlimited in our ability to play the hands at the moment, and if we had to choose to play a Dripfall or an Imp, I feel like a lot of the time we would have to play the Imp for the scaling factor. It's important work here 100% of the time, I think, still. I
consider Alloy of the Ancients here strongly.
Okay.
I like important work, but Alloy of the Ancients is, particularly with units that, like, you know, we're sometimes having trouble protecting at only 20 health points or whatever, that's doubling their armor in a single play. It's a target for Impish Scholar to bring back too, and it's a pretty good one. But the reason that I think I end up going important work with you is that that's harvest for us quicker. That's a little bit more tempo while we're drawing through. And in the beyond like turn 3, our protection is solved by Molten Encasement. Yes. So this Alloy of the Ancients is kind of just insurance for safety for the first couple turns, but also we have 7 Dripfall, which is also insurance for safety for the first several turns. So I think that pushes me important work.
I like that way of thinking about it. I totally agree. I also really like the mention. Ooh, I like some of our choices here. I also really like the mention of, in particular, the. I'm going to stall out on remembering it. The Impish Scholar being able to get it back, because that is something. Anytime I'm playing Hellhorned, I'm thinking, especially when I'm playing Hellhorned and I've only got like a couple consume cards in the deck, I'm already thinking can I get an Impish Scholar? Can I make it endless? Can I go off?
Yeah.
So
I'll say what I don't think this is, just the one card, and then I want to hear what you have to say. I think in this deck and this run with these relics, I think the Subsuming Blade is bait.
Whoa! Okay.
Unless you just want a 2-cost Hornbreak, which is fine. We are frequently actually only drawing a 3-card hand across a 35-card deck. And we're pretty late in the run. Not too late. Like, usually a Ring 5 Subsuming Blade is fine. It's great. But, I mean, I would rather just have more important work if we're looking for more self-unit kill.
Can we get more important work in an easy way here? Hellvent's opposing a Merchant of Steel, so if we hard whip in this Merchant of Steel, we're confirmed for this one.
Yeah, I guess.
Final Hellvent's on the opposite side as well, next to Merchant of Magic. So the reason I was surprised by this Subsuming Blade is because, it's just another way to kill our own units, and its cost isn't necessarily super relevant at this point, because the energy is no real issue for us right now.
It's true.
I thought that the reason you were going to say, like, oh, there's one card that it isn't, I thought that was going to be Engulfed in Smoke.
Because we're already doing enough of it. Yeah. Resin removal. What buffs and debuffs are we worried about from this point? Seraph the Chaste has Ember Drain, but it's only one. So you just get hit by it and then it's over.
And also, yeah, exactly. Like, you get hit by it, it's over, so you don't have the ability to actually clear it at all. Gosh, that is a good point, right? Like, it'd just be Trials, like Spell Shields and Thorns. I guess, okay, so floor 7 could give us Thorns. That could be 5 spikes, I think.
That's a lot. Yeah.
That could be rough. Honestly, that's honestly enough for me to consider just taking the resin removal, just for that reason.
It's a nice tool, and we're about to get a couple more removals, which means we're more likely. I know I just talked about not drawing through things, but the resin removal has a pretty big impact for us if we draw it once in a relevant case, right? In many ways, I would say bigger than the single hit impact of the Subsuming Blade.
Okay, let's do it. If we were getting nothing else,
very
there,
like utility, right?
Yeah,
it's just Swiss Army knife. It's just we're just picking up stuff because maybe you draw it and it does something good.
Honestly, like, I feel like this deck is a very interesting merger of our two playstyles. Like, especially the playstyle. If anyone hadn't seen was 15 Covenant 15, the previous run. If you haven't seen that, please go and watch that. It may be the best episode in the series.
It is. It's really good.
And yeah. I'm
glad
feel
you
like
feel
it's
strongly that way.
in that. Yeah. Oh my god.
Because it was a tough one, man. I mean, it was a slog.
My partner doesn't necessarily love this game or necessarily deck building games.
Yeah.
He listened to me talk about that run for at least an hour. God bless
You had to
him.
take a whole vacation afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. He had to take a vacation away from me talking about that run. I just want a hard reroll here.
Yeah.
I know we've been burned before and we're gonna be burned again, but I don't like any
never
of it.
give up. Never give up. Never give up. Never. We're going to more merchants.
Why?
Please don't give up. Help.
I just want rage or multi-strike. It's all I want.
Help.
Help!
I actually like draw. I'm putting the wagon before the horse here, but our units are 0 cost and they're like the strongest spell in our deck at this point.
We're having difficulty generating enough units at this point because of some of the other deficits of the deck to actually utilize the extra pip. I agree. We can get the good old-fashioned blue draw gem.
Blue draw gem. Yeah, that's right. Just like the good old days.
This has to be the run that the range brute and the big sludge go on the bottom.
Agree, because of the absolvers, or what are they called?
Absolver.
Purifier? Absolver. Okay.
It's the purifiers of the 10, 3 10s.
The 10 health one. It is time. I like that play. I like that. I love that play.
I think we just have to take one absolver here, though.
Yeah, and just Shardtail Row 2. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not particularly nervous about this setup. Maybe I should be.
I don't think you should be. I think, in fact, we just solved the fight.
Yeah.
Hellhorned Heart. One problem is the absolvers with the Winged Indulgence, and this has killed runs for me before, do not hit a unit. Like, I've had spikes runs, like, all my damage is done with spikes, and the absolvers
and then
won't
you don't
hit
draw
me.
anything. Oh gosh, that's interesting. I didn't think of the risk of Winged Indulgence. That's the kind of thing that, like, if you play enough hundreds of hours of runs, you have one really great run where you just lose to that. And then you'll never lose to it again, maybe.
That's exactly my journey with it so far. I'm hoping never to lose to it again. Okay, nothing really doing.
I feel like we can play out dregs and things on the bottom just for even more scaling, right? Oh, but we have to play around the shards.
Yes.
Which shard is that?
This one is, everyone on this floor is going to be dazed, so we can't do that. But the vent on this floor is ridiculous.
It's great. You could Pyre Chomp it if you wanted it to be even more damage.
That would
Although
give us
we're
the
already
ability
getting the
to
kill.
also Dripfall this turn, but I don't think we need to Dripfall anything this. I mean, we could Dripfall the Drake just to get another kill on that floor.
I kind of like that.
Okay, so that's
It's not a
Drake goes
summon.
down, that goes there, that goes there.
We
Double
actually
Drake
had a
this floor.
space. Oh, but we wanted that Drake to get down there without doing the thing. Right,
Yes.
right. Yes, and then double Drake. Yes, perfect turn. Absolutely. We've been reviewing this turn for several years now, and we've yet to find a single mistake. All of YouTube has been conspiring to find the mistake.
We're finally cracking the 240 cipher of this individual turn. Have you seen that? Holy
No.
hell! Oh, okay. So the Zodiac Killer had a
I
famously
heard about this.
unsolved cipher, and on YouTube recently, a group of cryptographers have been working together, and it looks solved as hell.
It looks solved.
Absolutely
It's
remarkable.
the power of YouTube.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of professionals putting their work together. That's the power of the internet broadly, but seeing it done specifically on
Yeah.
YouTube, it feels good. Being able to
It's cool.
take pride in my employer. Quote unquote employer.
Stop. Oh my gosh.
Don't want that.
I don't want that either. I think we can agree that we don't want that. Do we want to Dripfall the boss twice?
Why would we do it twice rather than once?
I guess just once and let them get hit and just use the damage. I was thinking about stacking up days, but that probably doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, no. We haven't got our molten encasements yet, but as soon as we do, we're done.
Yeah. We Queen Zimpling bot road though, right?
Yeah, just die.
Okay, good.
And I'm going to send you down to die there as well.
More death. That's kind of a cool combo, this setup, to where we get the sump with the rally in mid row and then the death in the bottom row.
Yes.
Even more utility for the Dripfall.
Didn't even think about it, but I love it. The Dripfall opens so many plays. Oh, here we go.
It opens so many doors to us. Man, wouldn't it be nice to get multi-strike so that we could kill these two frontliners? Wow, it would be really cool to find that ability for a unit. We're going to find it soon.
Yeah, I mean, look, we have one Merchant of Steel here, and then another Merchant of Steel here, and if it's in neither of those, I'm deleting the game. That's just how it goes. You know, the thing that
I'm a
disappoints
simple
me right
man.
now is the Molten Encasement can go on the bottom line, but I can't Dripfall another one in without dazing everything on this floor.
You can put a Molten Encasement on the top row and Dripfall it to your mid.
Definitely. Let's do that.
It's just crazy enough to work.
Oh, he's so big!
He's growing. He's gonna work. The big sledge is real strong now. I think that the thing that keeps it, I mean, I don't presume to be able to define what balance is or isn't. I think the fact that it's 3 pips is its ultimate limitation, right? 3 pips in a class that has the 1 movement in Dripfall.
3 pips and 2 cost as well. It's worth noting, like the Range Brute is 2 cost, Big Sludge is 2 cost. The Forever Flame has been pulling huge for us. It's also worth noting there was almost no way in this run so far, outside of Vent like lowering the cost of Dripfalls, for us to really capitalize on the Anvil.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I guess Vent with Anvil could be pretty cool, but I wish I could see the total energy generated by Forever Flame, because I mean, every fight at least, it's 4 from those units. And then we're playing at least 7 imps or something, right? Which is all 1. So we're generating, I mean, just from that, maybe 11 energy a fight.
Absolutely.
Then there were
wild.
Train Stewards. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Hard pass.
Devourer is back. You still don't want me. Why don't you want me?
Oh,
We could turn it into a pretty big bomb.
there is quite a Quasimodo feel of like seeing the picture here and hearing, "Why don't you want me?"
Yeah, we should leave quickly.
Sorry.
We gotta leave quickly before I feel
You're right.
morally at fault for not taking this unit.
That's totally fair. I accidentally invoked sad imagery there. We must not dwell. Yes!
Sleep. Multi, it's here!
Sorry, I
It's
actually
here!
yelled. I have a compressor active. I really hope that didn't blow out anyone's.
It's worth.
I just want the
It's
rage
worth.
as well.
I think so too. Just get started faster.
Yeah, it's 35 by 2, so it's 70. It's 80. No, wait, it's so it's 45 by 2. It's 90 damage by base, as long as it's on the floor with the deranged brute. This also means we're now open to go to the Merchant of Magic in the next area because there are no more theoretically valuable unit upgrades for us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're done. We have full health, doggo.
Do I
Wait.
Do I have this gilded? I'm just gonna quickly check. I think I do, right? It's got the same banner as all of these other cards that I know that I have gilded. So.
Are you missing guilds?
I think I'm missing guilds on one of the cards from the Desolate Battlefields.
It's the first page in the logbook, right?
Oh, no, I'm not.
No, we're clean. We're clean.
Oh my god, that's... Oof.
We should just purge a card. I love Bone Dog, but we have full life. Unless you want to take it to have a pet, which I could accept as logic.
Teak, you got a dog. Now, my landlord won't let me get a dog, so this will have to be my dog. Honestly, like, my landlord won't let me get a dog, so my, like, supplemental dog is, like, a vicarious dog through other people, right?
It's my dog.
There is a section in my Discord called the Good Dogs chat, where all animals are considered dogs for the sake of simplicity.
It doesn't matter what shape or color or skin texture they have.
Exactly.
It's dog.
I kind of think of it in kind of like the German compound word fashion, like where like what's a good example of it? A seal is water pig,
right?
And then a eagle is air pig. That these might not necessarily be exactly the things, but like they're
scaly
all
long dog.
Yeah, exactly. And so
furry hiss dog.
Exactly. These are all examples of dogs. But that room, like, it serves a purpose for the people who post there, who want to show off their pets and stuff like that. You know, it's a nice community space, but it is probably the part of my Discord that I spend the most time on, because I'll just hop into my Discord to scroll up and just look at a bunch of dogs. Maybe 4 times a day.
Need that. I mean, this is what the internet was made for, right? And you've just built a whole community around it.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing that no one actually knows about my channel. I created my channel as a long con to get a bunch of dog pictures.
What do you want to make? What's your in game? Yeah, it's mostly dog.
Yeah. I'm thinking
multi-strike
many
conduit.
Dogs. This is totally fine.
We are now have multi-strike.
Yes. Nothing
We're living
can
in
stop
a different. That's right. Do you want to set up like row 2 and top row?
Yeah, so we have time.
Yeah. Do big sludge. Oh man, we still haven't lost a pip on a row yet. That would really make this run different.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming. You know our C25 is Melting Remnant.
Oh god.
Just buckle up, Chuck.
But wait, it's exiled, right?
No.
No.
Wait. No.
Oh, because we're on the exiled cycle now.
That little fade will happen at C20. That's a good C20.
Oh god. I'm just gonna try and abuse the molten encasement, get through it, you know?
Yeah.
Or I'll just learn more. I've actually been playing like a lot of Melting Remnant off camera recently, literally just because I identified, not only in that run, but obviously before, my weakness effectively in that class. But then that was emphasized when, despite the fact we're not necessarily talking about it yet, I was playing the DLC, the public beta of the DLC. Not currently available, if anyone's wondering about it. No, it was just a public beta weekend that happened.
Brief. 3 days.
Yeah. I tried to stream as much of it as I possibly could and needed to rest for a couple days afterwards. But I found there that my weakness with molten encasement with melting remnant was huge holding back factor for me, and I kept randoming melting remnant rather as my secondary. Exactly. So
that's practice.
I just I'm starting to practice it a bit more off camera.
It's awesome.
Feels essential. Do we want to just hit early damage on this? Because this is going to be 10. Behind we have 90, right? So this doesn't even die yet.
I am more inclined to get our top line going, I think, and to maybe even just not play this Molten Encasement. Because if we stealth our mid row, we have this whole problem to where then our slime gets hit. Or unless we put it out again. I mean, we can Molten Encasement multiple turns in a row. That would work. Molten Encasement now, and then again next turn, along with the big sludge.
Yeah, the slime can totally take 18 damage.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. I like that. I like Molten Encasement mid. I think I would play Queen's Implings up top because that represents damage too.
It definitely does, but I worry that when we need the damage right now is just so that we can get a harvest on this floor as quickly as possible and then start balling out of control as soon as it starts hitting 100, 160 per.
And you said that perfectly lines us up to do 20 to it right now.
Yeah, we can do, in fact, we can do 20 and then we can do 9 because the Queen's Implings won't even die. Or rather, they will die, but the Drake won't.
We just want to get it lined up, right? We just want to get to where we've gotten the kill. Which actually, is it? Yeah, this does it. Yeah. Because we're doing
10 and then 9.
7 times 5, 35 plus the 10, 45, 90, 10, 100.
Yeah.
So this is 95. So perfect. Havana Unana.
Oh, never mind. We're never going to take damage on this floor. The Molten Encasement blocks them.
Yeah, because it came back. Oh, man, and we get to Hornbreak the Collector. Everything is coming up. Money.
Oh, God. Oh, wait, no, the Gilded... We just got over the barrier. The Big Sludge is now killing the first in a single hit, and then the Gilded... Oh, my God. That's perfect.
Huge. It's growing rapidly, and Bone Dog is...
That's all it has to do.
Okay, Drip Balls? Perfect. We want more harvests.
Mm-hmm.
What if even more multi-attack?
What if even more multi-attack? How so?
Because the conduits, do they stack?
Oh, yeah, they should,
Is it going to be
right?
times 3? It should, right? Yeah, exactly. It should. I think it will.
I mean, we don't need to descend the winged conduit. It's 0 damage.
Okay, yeah, but do you want to harvest it? We can start going wild. We can drop the winged guardian, the guardian in the middle row, and then we drop down both of the top row. We've got 3 drip balls, and then we can actually kill 4 units in the middle row by also playing out 1 drag.
Okay, so...
Oh, but it gets hit. No, but it doesn't.
Here's my counter pitch.
Okay.
Molten Encasement goes here. We drip fall both of these dregs that have burnout 1 on them. They die.
Okay.
We have Molten Encasement. 2 dregs have died there as well. The Wiltwings dies in the front line. The Big Sludge kills the next one. Enough units have likely died by that point, right? Rage 5, 35 extra damage, as well as... actually, probably not enough units have died by that. If we put the Queen's Impling here, it kills the enemy, and then it dies itself, and then we can do that, and then we go off.
Yes, even better.
In fact, it already does it. And then we just send those 2 down. So this floor is just a dreg. We take 9 damage to the Shardtail Queen, but we take no damage to the Winged Conduit. We're fine. Or we can even send this one down.
We can send it. We don't have to take any damage. We send it. We get even more scaling. Why stop scaling?
When you can continue instead.
Yes. Yes. It's gone full blanky mode. Very comfy. How kill all unit? 285 by 2?
That'll do it.
We're going to have to pump those numbers up.
That'll get it done. Just descend this winged conduit. Or this.
Do that. Yeah. That counts as harvests. Who's getting vented for 0?
Yeah, exactly. No kidding. I'm a vented pyre. You never know. There could have been like an invisible might on that pyre that was just about to wreck us.
You never know.
You know, in Command & Conquer 3, they would have a commander that would just go in the middle of your base. They'd be completely stealth and they'd blow up every building, Jeffrey. That's legitimately the name of the person who introduced me to Command & Conquer 3 and kept wrecking me with that strategy in particular as well.
That's funny.
He's a lovely guy. I should reconnect with him.
It doesn't sound like I like him, but I really do. This Endless Pact, it's not yet had its moment to shine. Its moment in the sun, but it's coming.
I'm calling it now. Impish Scholar out of this this end.
I'm stoked to see it.
But it would get us nothing useful back.
But we'll just put it in anyway because.
Of course.
Sure.
Because you can.
We would just put it in. Yeah.
Hey, we wanted to send a big sludge and let it just kill on the bottom floor. You go down there.
Not even bad.
Removal.
You get him. It doesn't even have its deranged brute buffs. It didn't even care. Huh.
I mean, this is like an anti-dripfall times 2.
It's true. That's how that works.
Of course.
We can have even more dazed.
We could,
but we don't need it because we have stealth.
If it was earlier, Remnant Hosts, Burnout, Endless, that's 3 extinguished triggers for the cost of 1 pip. It's very good. But we're accounted for.
We've done it, right? Like we saw. It was turn 4 and we were 285 by 2. We made it.
When you play a non-morsel unit card. Okay, so it wouldn't trigger the rally. Just making certain
right. That's a summon effect. Okay. But it would be more harvest for us. So it's still relevant to maybe our sludge row.
Yeah, I think there's no reason not to just go left because we have nothing we can do in the right.
Yeah, I mean, unless we wanted to buff all the dregs, which I wouldn't be, could be cool. Yo, Old Braces is trying to play. As is Jackstrips, I think.
Okay, so we've Ember Wings that we have to worry about in this fight. That's about it. Honestly, it's Ember Wings and big armored enemies, so...
Yeah.
Higher Wings, meanwhile, direct our source of Ember directly. Okay, so, yeah. I'm happy with the Mole Braces. I actually don't think we need them because of the same reasoning of, like, the Molten Casements get over the top. But I guess Seraph the Chase. Okay, so let's take them.
It's more turns of survivability. I think we'll appreciate it in the fight.
And I kind of want to reroll.
I would consider this Jackstrips because who are our backliners, right? We can line them up. This is a clear memorial fund. It's just...
Okay.
It just is.
Oh my god, we actually did get double stack. I was thinking, like, if there's double stack over there, we can pop that onto the old end flame. Honestly, if we re-roll and find holdover, we could totally utilize that and use Hell's Banners to charge its energy.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Hell's Banner might be quite good here, actually. Can we afford both of those things?
As in, sorry, what? The Hell's Banners?
Can we afford holdover plus Hell's Banner?
Yes.
Plus reroll?
Yes.
Okay.
So 60, 110 maximum, so 170 maximum, 190.
190.
Let's just click this first, because we have so much money that nothing actually matters at all anymore.
True. So we can afford this Surge Stone. I like it on vent too. That makes a lot of sense to me. There it is.
Hey, you want to do something even wilder?
Yes.
Cool. Was just clarifying that's what you wanted to do.
Only Inflame.
Because now our optimal hand, is every turn we draw 2 molten casements and 2 end flames. We get 6 energy total. We get the molten casements, we get the end flames, we just
we're there. We're
laugh
done.
at the enemies.
We can. Why don't we just remove Sacred Wicks and Remnant Pact? Honestly, like I know it feels. If they were here for the chance to become great.
You have disappointed us for the last time. I'm gonna make a free Dripfall just in case it wants to be played on the same turn as the rest of that stuff.
Well, and kind of like an homage too.
Of course. You gotta reward it for its hard work over the course of the entire run.
It deserves the tribute.
Okay.
It begins. The Jack Strips, the 3 health
They'll die on top.
die automatically as they go to the top, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Still think we have our kill floor on the middle with the sludge and everything.
Yeah, I agree. Ah! Oh man, we have Enflamme on this turn already? It is grow big.
It is
that was
time
a different...
to enlarge him.
It said something different that time. It said, did you notice that? I don't know if I've heard that one before. I don't know if I had heard that one. Is that self-kill only for that one specific Queen's Imp?
It may well be. Unfortunately, I didn't necessarily hear it. 2 units down. I mean, we could... Hang on.
You can drag it. Drag it.
Yeah, good point. Drag dies in 2 rounds if we do that. Yeah, we still should, because we can just Dripfall it out of place if we want to.
Big thing is making sure we don't lose too much life on our brutes, I guess. Honestly didn't even think about that.
I did that wrong. That had to go in the back line.
The drag was back, but that's fine.
Oops.
Shan't matter much.
Oh, but you have to give us units, though.
It's fine, honestly. Just cycling 1 Inflame is probably better. And the vent has energy on it, or no?
No, it doesn't, but plus 20 is enough. It'll cast on this floor. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. It has effective energy because of the plus 20. Yeah. Boom.
And then we're short on energy this turn as well. Oh, thank heck.
Boom. Nah.
Now we're all good.
We've got to find some stealth, or we're about to lose that Brutus.
I'm gonna chump block 1 and send you down. You'll die when you get up here, triggering the harvest.
Because the Jack's nice.
I'm gonna do 2 damage to you. And oh my god, we really can't find him for the life of us. 7 cards at the bottom of the deck, 2 of them with molten casements in a 34-card deck. That's wild.
The Mold Brace has made a difference in protecting Deranged Brood, actually, as did the Inflame.
These vents have been heavy lifting.
Huge. If we double Dripfall the Pyre Wing, then we don't have to lose energy next time. But I think we're probably playing Inflame here, right?
We've got to keep it in hand for the next cycles.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's time.
And now life is easy.
Easier.
Sorry, you're right. My apologies.
No work in progress.
Go up. We don't get to play the Inflame, but this is safe.
Yes, yeah. And I think that's...
Plus,
the only way to lose is to lose Senior Sludge.
Mm-hmm.
They're back. I guess there's some weird micro up top to where we try to play the things behind the Shardtail Queen so that she gets the armor or something when we play around that. I don't think that micro will be particularly important, but it is a consideration.
That's a good point, well made, I think. You go up. I'm gonna
go up.
No, right, because then that'll still get it, but then the 10 goes to the back line after that. Whatever. It's fine.
And then we start dragging behind. It works. Mama.
And it's also like these light wings are never making it to the top, no matter what they want to do.
Because of jack strips.
Oh, sorry, this one is totally easy. It goes there. Wait. Oh, because it doesn't. Right, because it actually does get hit here. Weird. Didn't think about that. You go there.
It just charged.
You go down and then you die on that floor. Harvest.
Bingo. Bone doggo. Look at that money stacking up, Raps. Take that money to the grave.
Just wonder if we're gonna have enough. Do you think we've got enough? Hang on, let me slow this down. I want to see how this resolves. So if we lose, we'll have an idea of what to do better next time then. Okay.
It looks like the boss is contemplating a very big move, like a hyper beam. Nope, didn't land.
Unfortunately, it wasn't a sunny day.
Yeah, wait, solar hyper.
Oh right, yeah, sorry. Solar beam is the one that takes
plant.
an extra turn. This
okay.
hyper beam is. Oh, hyper beam is.
You have to wait after.
Yes, right.
Our brain was stuck somewhere between a solar beam and a hyper beam, which are both beams, frankly.
I've always considered each of those beams.
Yeah.
I love how much of my friends list is on here.
That's awesome. It's going out.
Oh, it's just beautiful. Was one hell of a run, Tig.
That was great.
I don't even know what else to say about it. Like, it feels like the run speaks perfectly for itself.
I mean, if there's anything to say, it's... Are you glad that we took 7 drip falls?
Yeah. Yep.
Would you ever have done that were I not here?
Oh, 100% no. No. I would have duped 1 in each of the cases. I would have gone for melting, and I probably would have gone horn break.
And you probably would have won. You know? It's like there's many ways to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
But God,
I think I would have...
every time I get ×5, that's what I'm asking myself is, what can I make 5 of? Because my finding is, it is rare for it to be wrong to ×5 something.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to you kind of have to twist your brain because it's pretty transformational, right?
It's interesting because as you say that, you probably would have won as well. Was what I'm responding to here. I'm not so certain because my play was not resilient against exactly what happened, which is the big sludge getting screwed on every upgrade for the next 3 stores.
Yeah, that's true.
I would have struggled to deal with that, and the drip falls were the thing that helped keep us around during that period of time. That's true. Why I cannot anymore. That makes it sound like I'm going to stop. No, I could not more stand by the point I made at the time of that dupe 5. I believe in the teak that believes in this.
Yes. Oh, that makes me feel so validated. What do we do with this custom challenge name? It feels playable.
It does feel playable, right? I've been thinking about it, but it's like these are all like I can see Shade and Other being together, right? Like some ethereal extra.
I keep
force.
getting close to it. There's this idea in my mind of how I'm supposed to play with this, but it's kind of scattered, you know? It's like I keep getting close to it, but then I come up with something different. Like a ghost, a scattered ghost of the wrong thing. It's a No, I can't.
No.
I can't.
Look, if you go for it, I have a follow-up. I'll do it.
That was it. It's the scattered ghost of the wrong idea. It's a LooseShadeOther. It's just synonyms. I just pull out my thesaurus for this stuff. I don't know. Someone more creative than me could tell a story.
I hate you just said that because now it's gonna look like I'm trying to flex on you. But I have very, very sensitive skin. I have fair skin, right?
Okay.
I live indoors for the vast majority of my life. I don't really see vitamin D. I've actually taken vitamin D supplements for quite some time because I don't get enough sunlight.
Vampire.
Exactly. I will burn up in the sun, and as a result, I need like really, really good coverage from the sun. And I don't necessarily
Makes
like
sense.
slip, slop, and slapping constantly, right? That was an ad campaign for wearing sunscreen in my home nation. I don't really find that I even benefit from the kind of thing that I've seen happening more commonly recently of people using an umbrella in like hot summer days to try and like shield themselves from the sun.
Right.
I find that like I end up losing the umbrella, or it blows inside out, or a gust of wind takes it away, and then it gets collected on a beach by someone 14 years from now. But
Yeah.
I find that if I am going to be outside in those kinds of periods of time, I have to plan it around the locations I'm going to. I specifically need something like a gazebo, right? Something that has like a stationary covering that is very, very stable. I just can't get away with umbrellas. I can't get away with this loose shade that other people can. That didn't even need to be in that sentence. I accidentally added that to try and make it grammatically more correct, but it didn't need to be there. I can't get away with the loose shade other people can.
There you go. Play the game.
There you go. Yeah, play the game. Look at the links in the description down below. This is Teak. You know Teak. Links are down there. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.